And this is the In Show. I'm your host, Gus Summers, and we've been talking with Senior Vice President Mitch Sirgent of BioK Plus. Mitch, so tell us more about the social phenomena that is BioK Plus here in California in the States.
Well, I tell you, one of the reasons that we started getting some really good development here in California is because there was a rush from celebrities onto BioK Plus. Stores, like anybody, were reluctant to bring our product in. It was more expensive than average. It looked different. It sounded different. We had a completely different story behind it than other folks do. But a few really good-hearted stores brought us in and supported us and gave us a hand. And they realized that eventually some of the local celebrities would be popping in saying, "Hey, you guys are out of BioK Plus today. That won't do." So they said, "You know what? There must be something to this product if the beautiful and the wealthy are coming in and using it to stay that way."
That's right.
So
That's right.
we've had professional athletes using BioK Plus for years as a competitive advantage, and you know, far be it from me to drop names, but I can tell you that in some of the better health food stores around town, they get their fair share of people walking in,
right.
celebrities to buy it. But really, it's a product designed for anybody that needs to feel good, to stay healthy, and to have really good immune support.
Wow.
Like I said, from kids all the way to seniors, everybody in between.
Right.
You don't have to be a rock star to afford it. It's not expensive, even if you use it every day.
Right. And I know there are some links on your website that people are able to go to find their local retailers.
Yeah.
Can you name some of the retailers that have it here around?
Well, one of the top ones that comes to mind, obviously, is Whole Foods. They're quite pervasive in California, for sure.
Right.
But all the top health food stores in Southern California, in California for that matter, carry it. We're in Whole Foods nationally, and most of the really good health food retailers. And those people that are looking for it, if they can't find it, if they can't find a store on their website, they just need to call us or email us, 1-800-593-BIOK, and we'd be happy to help them out. And failing that, we can send them capsules in the mail.
Hey, look at that! Hey,
not a challenge, really not.
So tell us some of the benefits that the athletes, especially, I know everyone likes to be health conscious,
Right.
that they recommend, that they've experienced.
Yeah. Well, one of the biggest problems that that athletes face is stress.
Right.
You know, when we're seeing them on TV, they look all cool, calm, and collected, but they deal with a lot of health issues themselves. They get colds and flus like everybody else, and when you're having to compete at that level, the slightest little hiccup in your daily routine or how you feel can be disastrous.
Mm-hmm.
I know several players on the PGA Tour that carry BioK Plus in their bags, when 10 years ago it would have been Pepto-Bismol.
Right.
So, you know, and we've got hockey players and football players, and there was a pitcher from the Oakland A's who won the Cy Young Award about 8 years ago, who'll go unnameless. But he was a huge BioK Plus supporter way back when, before we even existed in California.
Wow.
Yeah.
So some of these athletes that were taking other products for their ailments,
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that they completely eliminated those other products and like
a lot of people, probiotics aren't new. The idea is not new. The products themselves are not necessarily new. People have been using them for 20 plus years, but BioK Plus came along, and all of a sudden people said, "Oh, this is how it's really supposed to work. This is how quickly I'm supposed to feel a difference." And so we really revolutionized how quickly you could get results and how profound those results can be. I mean, so much so that the medical community is really stood up and taken notice of what we're doing and the research that we're doing.
You had mentioned something like that earlier. When you go to see a physician or someone in the medical field and they haven't really heard of BioK Plus, I'm sure that's like 1 in 1 billion people.
Well, physicians, it's not been as well known as with the general population that have had access to it for years and years and years. Again, doctors are very conservative. It takes them a long time to come around.
Right. What are some of their objections, and after you answer them and you say, well, look at this evidence.
Yeah. Well, the first thing is they look for evidence. That's exactly what they look for. Whether it's a natural product like ours is, or whether it's a drug causing nasty side effects or whatever, they look for evidence that a product is efficacious. They don't listen too much to what my Aunt Sally might have to say about it.
Right.
I have to listen to her, but my doctor
Exactly.
doesn't. So they're looking for published clinical trials in medical journals that show without a doubt that a product is efficacious. In our case, it's not only efficacious but safe. And for them, that's really new, because everything they deal with has a whole list of side effects.
Right.
I mean, we see the commercials on TV.
Right.
You've got 10 seconds of whatever the drug does, and then 30 seconds of disclaimers.
That's right.
About all the side effects. And our product has the luxury of not having any side effects. It's natural, it's safe, it tastes good. Newborn babies are getting this stuff every single day. It's just incredible.
Right. And now you had mentioned that you had a large staff bringing forth this scientific evidence and such.
Well, our medical team is growing almost every week. We've got microbiologists, we've got physicians, we've got infectious disease specialists that are consultants to our company, and so we really have two faces, if you will. The medical face, where we interface with physicians and hospitals and get them to bring the same kind of results to their patients, not only to get people out of the hospital quicker, if we can do that, but bring the cost of care down.
Right.
Every day that somebody's in the hospital when they could be at home, the quality of life can be greatly improved, and of course it's less of a drain on the medical system.
Right.
So the question is, not who's going to pay,
right,
but how much is it going to cost,
right,
to get somebody in and out of the hospital quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
So is this basically like a small meal in a bottle?
Not nearly enough calories for that. The calories vary between 45 and about 55 calories, but there's a little bit of protein in there. It's a probiotic that does have the advantage of having some nutrients in it, because it's a whole food probiotic.
Right.
You're getting dairy protein, or you're getting soy protein, or you're getting rice protein. You're getting some minerals, some vitamins, but it's really a living food.
Right.
It's because the bacteria are alive and active. They bring enzymes and vitamins, so it's really profoundly interacting with our digestive system as soon as it hits our mouths.
Right. So now that we've digested and it's going through our bodies, some of the testimonials, I'm sure vary. Some feel it right away,
Yep.
Others feel in a short time.
Yep.
Some of their ailments begin to become alleviated. Now, as an average person, I'm health, watch my diet, so on and so forth. I take this and I should feel an effect rather quickly, I would assume.
Unless you're dealing with a chronic problem or you have symptoms, you may not notice it for some time.
Okay.
Typically, it's those that are more sick that feel it the most quickly. They get more relief, more quick relief.
Okay.
It's my personal experience going back, almost 15 years, was I was still healthy, but healthy back then. I didn't notice it when I started using it. I noticed it when I stopped using it. I was using it for about 3 weeks for a month, and then for whatever reason, I didn't have it for a week, and I was not happy that week.
Right,
My body was just not right. It had improved without me noticing it,
Yes.
and then when I stopped, I felt, you know what, I prefer the old me. The
Energy.
the on BioK Plus me, and just more energy, just better intestinal transit, no bloating, no rumbling, none of that kind of stuff.
Right,
and certainly for my immune system, it's been great. I travel a lot, spend a lot of time in public, talking to people, shaking hands. I spend a lot of time in hospitals, on airplanes, and if you're going to get sick anywhere, it's on an airplane or in a hospital.
Right.
And my immune system's just humming along. Thank you very much.
Look at that. All right. Hey, so when you first tried the product,
Yeah.
were you working with the company?
I was not.
Okay.
I was not. I was working for a pharmaceutical company. I was selling vitamins and supplements and all kinds of other things. And there was a lot of chatter in the environment about BioK Plus, and it was this new kind of funky company, and nobody knew too much about it, and it kind of came out of left field, and it was a lot of talk. So I started questioning some of that talk and spoke to a couple of people that were in my industry, and they said, yeah, BioK Plus is starting to grow, and they're going to go across Canada, and eventually they'll be around the world. And it really, to me, sounded like the Microsoft of health products.
Right.
That company that is going to have endless potential, that's going to be huge, and that's young, and if I can get in on the ground floor and really help move that stuff forward, it would be awesome. And that's what we ended up doing over the last 15 years, and we're still at it.
Wow, and it's still developing the products. Is there something on the horizon that you might let us in on?
Well, we're continuing our research. We're always kind of trying to adapt our product mix to address people's needs as much as possible. We're very much in tune with our consumers. They have very specific needs. We share that information. We try to adapt, in terms of offering different protein substrates to address allergy issues, whatnot. But I think the big thing is going to be how big it becomes in hospitals, how the mainstream medical community is going to embrace it, and people are going to say, wow, it's just incredible.
I feel so much better.
Yeah.
Where's my BioK Plus?
Yeah.
I need to have it.
Yeah. Oh, people are angry when they walk into a store and they don't have product on the shelf. They said, I need this stuff.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
and there's
great.
no substitute.
Right.
There really isn't.
Absolutely.
It's unique formula, unique patented strains, nothing like it.
Hey, all right. Are we going to be seeing chocolate anytime soon?
I don't know. We try to limit how many flavors we have. It's not a yogurt product. It's not dessert. We just want to make it taste just good enough that people can get it down.
Gotcha.
So
Not
it's
31
really
flavors.
no. It's really about the results that you get with it.
Gotcha. Hey, Mitch, thanks for coming down. We appreciate it. I know you took a little time out of your busy schedule.
Hey, my pleasure.
It was great. And thanks for the drink, too.
You're very
Appreciate it.
welcome.
All right. This has been Gus Summers for the In Show, and we've been talking with Senior Vice President Mitch Sirgent of BioK Plus. Be sure to visit us at theinshow.com, where you get links to everything that BioK has to offer, and be sure to visit them at biokplus.com. We'll talk to you next time.
Porch, all by myself. Lone key, Mary Jane, I'm with somebody else. Stop, look and listen, baby. That's my philosophy. It's called rubbing